because it might reduce the amount of people that's in the stream. I have a good feeling that it will, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Kristen, I did see. I made sure to look. I made sure to put it onto my Google so I can see it later. Rachel, thank you for the hanging lights. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yawn. What's up, everyone? Joining in. What's good, everyone? Just came to YouTube instead. I know. I'm telling you, YouTube is the place to go. It's way better. I would recommend to hit the thumbs up on the stream, everyone. Hit a thumbs up on the stream. It helps send it out to more people. I'd really appreciate it. How many thumbs up do we have on the stream today? I think 1,400. Let's try to get to 2,000 for today, everyone. Let's try to get to 2,000 for today. Tomorrow I should be on later in the day. We will be back to normal relatively in terms of the times. Today is a bit early. I'd like to see that wall filled with YouTube plaques in the future. I would love to get a million subscriber YouTube plaque. That'd be so fucking cool. I really want to hit 500K though. 500K is like, that's so cool. We're almost halfway there. We're about to 250 chat. That's so fucking cool. So fucking cool. Alrighty, let me make sure I'm caught up with everything. Alrighty, everyone. Yes, everyone. Dean's birthday is also here soon, September 1st. So make sure to give him a happy birthday then. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck, I didn't mean to join. I am so sorry.
You're good. Don't worry. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, God.
You're good. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone.
Hey, Parker.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 21. I'm technically breaking the rules.
I appreciate you so much. It did sound like you were driving as well. I do have to kick you to keep this stream up as well. So only do send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria. I appreciate you so much, though. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 33.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What state do you live in?
I have an import in... Sorry, I'm in Maryland, in Silver Spring. I'm Scottish. I'm a legal permanent resident.
In the
so...
US?
Yes, in the US. I live in Maryland, in Silver Spring.
For sure. Why do you support Donald Trump?
So basically, before we get to that, I would just like to say I think you do a great job. So does Dean. I've been watching you for quite a while now. And I wondered, before we get into it, I just wondered how, if there was any Trump supporters out there who would like to actually speak to a legal immigrant who can guarantee you that we are not stealing everybody's jobs, that I have been here for 3.5 years, very well educated from a good school in Scotland, and have found it impossible to find work. So, yes, I am breaking the rules, but I want to hear from the Trumpers how they think we are stealing.
I appreciate you so much. I get you breaking the rules, but I just want to let you know, if I let someone break the rules, I open the floodgates for everyone else to break the rules. And I have to establish boundaries. If I don't establish boundaries, I'll get 1 million people breaking the rules and wanting to do the exact same thing. And that's just, realistically, I can't run a live stream like that. But I appreciate you coming up. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up? 45.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Okay, why so?
Just because he's like a role model, you know. In my generation, he was like he had a head start because his father was successful, but he's always been like a playboy.
And that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I mean,
no.
it's
Him being a
just-
serial adulterer, him cheating on every single one of his wives, him being misogynistic and sexist,
Well,
him being
I mean,
racist.
throughout history, all these powerful people like kings, queens, billionaires, millionaires, they have like multiple, wives. They all have divorced. They have kids. They have, it's like pattern.
So are you okay with that? Because it is the case, like we're talking about, by the way, having multiple partners is different than cheating on every single one of your partners.
Well, I mean, how do you define cheating?
How do I find cheating?
Yeah, how do you define cheating? Have you ever cheated? Like,
No, I've never cheated. Have
okay,
you?
so what's your definition? I have, yeah.
Okay. So
That doesn't
someone-
make me like a horrible person, right?
but it's something you have to take accountability for.
Yeah, of course, and you should, as you should.
And it was a horrible thing you did, right?
Yeah, of course, I repented. Sure.
Yeah, so you can acknowledge that it was bad and acknowledge that you shouldn't do those types of things. And I think that that's something that you can take accountability for and you can do better from. He doesn't take accountability for it, and he doesn't do better as it relates to that. And he continually.
Well, I'm sure he has. I mean, you can't make that assumption.
No, he hasn't.
I mean,
he still denies that he cheated on his wife with Stormy Daniels, even though he paid her hush money.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, that's kind of like obvious.
Yeah, he denies it though. He says he didn't cheat on his wife.
Well, maybe he was separated. I don't know the circumstances, but yeah, he should take
Maybe they were
accountability.
separated. He's
for
still
that.
with her. He's still with her.
He's still with Stormy.
No, with Melania.
Oh, okay. But if he was still with Stormy, would that be cool?
Get off my live.
I love you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Jessica, thank you for the $4 again, 20 cents. Thank you. That's still crazy as fuck. Oh my gosh, I'm really tired today. Sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. I'm yawning. I'm really sorry. Definitely really tired. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey Parker,
Do you support Donald
can you
Trump?
hear me? Can you hear me, Parker?
Yes. What's your birth year?
Sorry, I can't.
Wow, that was really great. Great sound. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. If you're on YouTube, as always, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes, everyone. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description, the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat in the pinned comment here on YouTube. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
She's the H shit on shit. I know she got blue red lip, brown hair, blue eyes. I'm about to get my heart through.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do right now. I'm kind of in the middle, but I wanted to ask you, why should I support Kamala or the Democratic Party?
Kamala. So, if you want to reference the reason why you should support Kamala Harris over Donald Trump, there are plenty of good reasons. One, Donald Trump's an incredibly horrible person, has terrible policy, and he has terrible character. We can also reference that she has better policy than Donald Trump's and better character, and I can be specific with what you'd like me to mention, if you would like me to specify any of that.
Yeah, I know Donald Trump's a horrible person. I'm just talking about, like, when it comes to being president, like, what's good for America? Like,
Someone who believes in science. Donald Trump believes the climate's going to start cooling and that science just doesn't know it yet. She had the largest investment in renewable energy ever through the Inflation Reduction Act. It was deficit reducing. Along with that, it had a $35 cap on insulin for people who are on Medicare.
mm-hmm.
That's one example.
Like, what makes her a better president than Donald Trump when it comes to like the people? Like,
She wanted to do tax cuts for the working class while increasing taxes on income over $400,000 a year, whereas Donald Trump wanted to do tax cuts for the rich and wealthy and to take money from people who are in the low and middle income.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the big beautiful bill decreases after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners. For the bottom 10%, it's by $1,200 a year. It adds $3.4 trillion to the debt, cuts over 10 million people off their health insurance, 2.5 million people on average per month, and adds, again, 3.4 trillion to the debt. What's that?
Is that why my taxes went up?
Taxes didn't necessarily go up for you because of that. We're still under Trump's plan.
Oh.
Like either way.
Well,
we're still under 2020, the prior tax plan for that. But this upcoming one is the new one that will negatively impact people to a greater extent.
oh. Well, I gotta go pick up my sister. You have a good day, Parker.
Okay, you too. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning so much. I'm so sorry. Switch, thank you so much for the money gun. Thank you. Let's go to the next person. Alexandra, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Thank you so much, Alexandra. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck you.
What's wrong? Okay. Parker, get some caffeine. Is going to be the new account name. Parker, get a coffee. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? Can you hear me?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yep.
Why so?
Well, I just think, nah, fuck you, I hate you.
Alright, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We're just looking for some debates. Ariana, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you. I will have to check. I don't check Insta DMs very often, but if I do, I will try to. Yo, what's up, Paladin?
Hey, Pete. 61, Texas, Trump.
Do you support Donald? Oh, you do? So why so?
Hey, I'm not here to debate, man. I just want to know where's Dean and Harry? Where have they been?
Dean goes live every day. I don't know what's been up with Harry. I'm not friends with him anymore.
Oh, really? What happened? I didn't hear anything. I thought you guys were 4 months.
You can go check back. He just couldn't take accountability for bad actions. He, is not being a good friend within that respect. Was not being a good person within that respect, and that's why I cut him off.
Does he still have a platform on TikTok? Because
yeah.
I follow him, but he never goes live anymore, does he?
I haven't heard him going live or anything, but he still posts videos and does stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Hey, I know that this is your channel. This is your time you're doing live, and you like to debate, correct?
Yep.
And have you debated Charlie Kirk?
Yep, on Jubilee. I wish you would debate me long form though.
How did that go?
Not so great for him.
Not so great for him. Really?
You can go check it out. It's on YouTube still.
Okay, like I said, how long do you usually come on here live? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I do 5-6 hours every single day. Sometimes in the morning time, like right now, or sometimes at nighttime.
How long
and
you
they're
been
always on
today?
YouTube. They're always on YouTube. You can watch back any VOD you miss on YouTube.
How long you been on today?
So far, 3 hours, 30 minutes.
Can you do me a favor? I mean, this is just a suggestion. Since you like to debate and you got a big following, you're what 1.3 million now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would like. I don't know if you've heard of these girls. They're named SK and Millie. They do a live every day. Have you heard of them?
Nope.
Okay, it's SK double up something like that, and Millie Shushies or something like that. I can send you a little link. I would love for you to go on there and just listen and then see if you could debate them, because I've heard them talk about you and Dean and Harry and Chris. But
They should send a guest request. I mean, I don't have many guest requests. They could always send a guest request. I'll talk to them anytime.
Okay, I'll go on there right now and see if they'll do that. If
Do that.
they request you, will you go up?
Yeah, if they request, I'll add them up.
Oh, would you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be cool. Okay, Fed.
I'll
Thanks a
see
lot.
you.
We'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Let's go on to the next person, everyone. Jay, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. I thought maybe you'd go into a debate, but it's fine. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen.
What's up?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 25.
How old?
25.
25. Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, of course.
What state do you live in?
Louisiana.
What time is it?
2:30. Let me get my phone out of my pocket.
For sure.
2:37.
Could you tell me what, can you name 3 cities in Louisiana?
Yeah, Baton Rouge. That's where I'm from.
You just said Baton Rouge.
Yeah. I said that's where I'm from.
I said 3 cities.
Oh, Lafayette.
Okay. Let's go to the next person that like looking it up. Brooke, thank you so much for the $18. Thank you so much, Brooke. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for Brooke in the comment section right now. Thank you. For the caffeine fund. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Dean Withers has 20 fucking...
They still can't do it. That's so unfortunate.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
I didn't
how
mean
old
to
are you?
join. I'm sorry.
You're good. Don't.
I didn't mean to join.
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? 19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
06.
What month?
March 20th.
You'd be 19.
Yeah, it's a 19.
You said 18, didn't you?
No, it's a 19.
Okay. Ducky, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. Thank you so much. Give some W's for Ducky in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Ducky. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So why do you support Donald Trump, Caleb?
Cause you know when LeBron James
Is there a way you get a little bit closer to your mic? It's really hard to hear you.
I have AirPods on.
Yeah, could you take them out actually?
I like LeBron James.
Okay, they're trolling. Samantha, thank you so much for the $1. Yeah, Dean apparently makes really good coffee with his machine. Yeah, I don't have an espresso machine. You know what's up, Aldi?
Dean Withers has 20 fucking days to pay...
20 fucking days? 20 fucking days? We're getting a little bit more. He's got 20 fucking days. Okay. He's got 20 fucking days. Dude. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What?
Do you support Donald
Jesus,
Trump?
man.
Do you support
What do
Donald
you
Trump?
want? Who doesn't?
Me.
I don't believe that for a second.
So you think I support Donald Trump?
I mean, you must, bro. You're on his tip daily.
How am I on his quote-unquote tip?
Bro, what does your caption say?
Why do you support Trump?
Yeah.
How is that me being on his quote-unquote tip?
I mean, this is an everyday thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I debate people about politics. Andrew, thank you for the $5.
I don't know. It seems like you just obsess over one human being more than anybody else, I think.
Andrew, that's very unfortunate. I hope it isn't. Sorry. Repeat what you just said.
You're a tip writer.
You mean
Tip writer?
you mean I like that people send me tips?
No. You like the tips that Donald Trump has in his pants.
Why are you talking about his tips so much, bro? Why are you obsessed with that?
Great reversal, bud. You are a master debater.
Why do you keep talking about dick so much, dude? You're going crazy. Can
no
you,
way, bro. You are speechless. Holy shit, that happens? I didn't think that narcissists were capable of being just caught off guard by mindless banter.
Kyle, thank you for the membership subscription. How am I a narcissist?
Oh my god. Are you shitting me right now?
Yeah, I'm serious. Like, how am I a narcissist?
Oh my god. And your self-awareness is at an all-time low today? That's crazy. I don't believe that for a second.
Can you
bud.
spell
What are you
narcissist?
getting at? What are you trying to do here, bud? What's your goal?
Can you spell narcissist?
Yeah, what's your name? Parker, narcissist.
So you can't spell narcissist?
No, you didn't. Did I cut out for a second there or something? It was. I don't.
You said Parker. Everyone heard that. Would you like to actually spell narcissist?
Oh my god! See, you said it again. Jesus.
Does he think he's doing
All right,
something
bud.
right now? Watch. I
This
have
has
a
been
crystal
swell.
ball. I have a crystal ball. He's gonna try to keep rage baiting me. He's gonna fail and then run away.
No.
Do you want to tell me how to spell narcissist?
I have a couple crystal balls. If you'd like to, if you want to, check them out. Hey,
That
this
was
one's
so
Dr.
weird. That was so
What?
weird. Why the fuck would you say that?
About my crystal balls? Hold on, I'm lighting a cigarette. Hold on. So, anyways, what are you wearing?
Bro, you're so weird. Like that's like not.
Don't worry, bro.
It's
Let's
like
give you
actually
views right
really
now.
weird.
What? Like really?
Yeah, you're
Or sorta.
really weird. You're really weird.
Aw. Hey, you just hit the 5K mark, bro. 5K viewers, right? Is that what that means up there? 5.1?
Do you want to talk about something legitimate, or do you want me to kick you?
Oh, you can do whatever you want, man. This is your show, buddy. I'm just.
I
Just
gave
tap
you.
dancing along with it.
Yeah, I know it's my show, and I gave you two options. You can either actually debate me on something, or you can get kicked.
Oh well. You can do whatever you want, bud. I'm just here having fun.
So you're not going to debate me?
Oh, there's no debating you, bud. You are goal oriented. Like there's no debate in you. There's just.
What do you
It's
mean by
just fun.
goal oriented?
I don't really know. I didn't think that one through very hard.
Typical Trump supporter.
No, you stop it right now.
Do
So anyways.
you want to give me like a reason why you support Trump?
Oh, dude, the reasons are endless. I mean, you know that. You
waiting.
love the guy.
Go ahead. What's the reason?
Well, because he, oof. Waffle crisp. What the shit? Hold on, 1 second.
All right. He had a shot. I gave him so long. I gave him so long to try to get his shit together. He couldn't do it. I gave him so long. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
06 December.
Okay. And why do you support Donald Trump?
Because of his foreign policies.
Like what?
Well, his actions towards world peace with Africa and Asia, that kind of thing.
World peace? What specific world peace?
Because of the world peace he got done between the Congo right now, or recently, actually.
He didn't get world peace in the Congo. That makes no sense.
Well, I just meant in general, Parker. In general, I just meant more
there's
specific.
still a genocide happening in the Congo, right? Which he has yet to acknowledge.
Yeah.
He just left. Serpent, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Grandy, by the way, thank you for the $20. Thank you, Grandy. Terry, thank you so much for the $5. Damien, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. I really appreciate it. MLG, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you. Thank you very much. My YouTube is acting very, very glitchy. What is going on? Let me hit a quick restart on my my search engine. There we go. Okay, we're good. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. I know it's not lagging for anyone. I meant like it's just my YouTube, like I was looking up on, not on like the stream or anything. It was just acting weird. Yo, what's up, audio?
Shut the fuck up, you gay boy. I love Trumpy and your little dick in my ass.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up, audio? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
What up? 18.
And do you support Donald Trump?
I'm more independent, but I do have a question.
If you could go back in time, you could either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. Who would you vote for?
I voted for Donald Trump.
If you could go back in time right now and either vote for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, who would you vote for?
I would vote for Donald Trump.
Why so?
I think he was a more qualified candidate than Kamala. I don't think Kamala had any... I don't think she had any background that, like, could support her running in the office. She had no accomplishments that I could think of. While Trump, I feel like, while he does have his flaws...
Can you name one accomplishment of J.D. Vance?
No, I don't keep up that much, but I just...
Can you name one thing a vice president has done in U.S. history?
No, I don't keep up that much. I just have a question.
Okay, so if you can't mention a single thing a vice president has done in U.S. history, it's not that she didn't do anything. It's that you just can't mention it because you don't know anything a vice president has done in U.S. history. She had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president ever. She was one of the most qualified candidates to ever run. And if you cared about qualifications, you wouldn't have voted for someone like Donald Trump, who has literally no fucking qualifications to be president.
Look, man, I just have a question. I have one question. When it comes to your guys'
actually a Trump supporter?
Well, I'm more independent. Like I don't keep up that much. I'm more independent.
If you could go back in time, would you still vote for Trump?
This guy, yes, I would. My God, I just have one. Can I just ask a question, please?
Go ahead.
Just one. Okay, thank you. Why is it that when it comes to claims about like transgender and women and stuff, why is it that you guys deny science? And when they ask you like what a woman is, why do you deny facts? Why? I don't get it.
No one's denying facts or science when we say that trans women are women and trans men are men. We're just understanding that gender and sex are not the same, and that gender specifically has social elements that sex does not. Like for example, have you ever watched the movie Freaky Friday?
I have not.
You have not? Do you understand the idea of consciousness swapping bodies, right? If your consciousness swapped bodies with your mom, would it make sense for me to say that he is trapped in his mom's body?
I mean, yeah, but his mom's a woman.
Then, like, just to clarify, then your gender wouldn't be solely based upon your biological sex, because your biological sex in that scenario was female. So,
okay,
clearly, your understanding of gender from a conceptual basis has some level of social commitments in relation to it, and it's not just solely biologically related. I just demonstrated it to you based upon that one hypothetical. So you said that we're denying facts and science. We're not doing either of that. The one who's denying science is Donald Trump when he says the climate's going to start cooling, and that science just doesn't know it yet.
I don't think that using a fictional movie like Freaky Friday is a good
It's
source.
an analogy. It's an analogy.
Yeah, but that's not
and you followed through with the analogy. You
Gender and
proved
sex
my
are the
point.
exact same thing.
You actually proved my point.
Let me ask you a question. If a boy goes to the doctor and he's schizophrenic and he says, "Oh, I see the man on the wall with the big teeth. There's no man there because he's schizophrenic." As the doctor, are you going to tell him, "Yes, that is real. Good job," or are you going to say, "No, you are mentally ill. Take these pills"?
Do you think people are trans or schizophrenic? I'm confused.
I think they fall into the category of mentally ill. I think if you
no, they don't. There's no
if
nothing
you,
in the
you're a
nothing
boy,
in the DSM.
you think you're
Nothing
a girl,
in the
then there's something
DSM.
wrong.
Nothing in the DSM indicates that being trans is a mental illness. Nothing.
You think something you're not. That is the cardinal definition of mental
So
illness.
when you say you're thinking something you're not, so that's not true. You're not thinking something you're not. In the same way that like JD Vance, right? Do you believe his name JD Vance is valid?
I'm gonna be real. I don't know much about JD Vance.
That wasn't the name he was assigned at birth. He wasn't assigned that name at birth.
It's a name. The name has nothing to do with
Exactly.
it.
Names are social. Same thing with gender.
Oh my! Gender is science. Name. You can change your name if you
It's
want
not.
to. Name
No,
has
it's
nothing to
gender.
do
Wait.
with
So then, in
science and
the example I provided you, it wouldn't make any sense to say that he is trapped in his mom's body.
That's no one's going to swap consciousness in real life, though.
That's not relevant.
that's
It's
fictional.
conceptual.
We're talking about facts here. You're using fictional sources as your stuff, and it just proves my point. You know what I mean? I'm just.
It's not. Hey, when you say fictional, it's meant to demonstrate a concept. So I'm intellectually demonstrating a concept to you. Plus, never woke in the comment section. Send a guest request.
Look, I'm just saying, man. I mean, we're both different. It's all right. I'm just debating here.
Yeah, I understand, that's why I tried to give you an example specifically that is going to demonstrate this to you. I understand your first response is to be like, "Yo, this is never going to happen within reality. Therefore, I'm not going to listen to it." But there are plenty of examples that aren't going to happen in reality that could still demonstrate points to you, right?
Yeah. All right, I understand. We're both different. I disagree with you, but it's all right. So that's all I had to say.
Okay. What do you disagree on?
I just disagree with like your viewpoints on gender and trans people.
Yeah, but you said that you have a different basis for mental illness than the DSM, which is what's determined by professionals.
I just think if you are born a boy or girl and you think otherwise, then you should be medicated. That's all I think.
Yeah, and I
don't
think
think
I think medication is gender affirming care for people who are in need because their body is not in accordance with what their brain is, right? And I think that their brain is valid, and I think that the body they should be able to change in order to make it more in accordance with the way that their brain is functioning. Specifically, I'll give you examples, right? Do you think that, say, someone specifically wants a breast reduction, they should be able to do that?
I mean, it's just
what about a nose job?
Sure, yeah. I mean, if they want to.
Why? Why is that okay?
Because those are physical attributes that don't really like you can just, if you want to make yourself look better according to your standards, then sure.
Yeah. So do you see what I'm saying? Petra, thank you so much for the $5.60. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like, again, if we were to bring up the example that I brought to you, like, again, I know it's really hard for you to see outside of the context of what happens within your daily life, but it's meant to demonstrate a concept. You'd still would say it's true. Even if your biology was female, you would still say that you're a man.
I understand that, but I feel like there's a difference between altering your physical attributes and then.
Hey, dude, if I found out that I had XX chromosomes, would I be a woman?
Yes, you would. If
you think that if I found out I had XX chromosomes, which can happen, by the way, because there are people who are intersex, right? I could have XX chromosomes. It's very unlikely, but I could. You're saying if I found that out, that I would be a woman? That's nuts.
Yes, you would.
Me right now, I would be a woman. Parker would be a woman.
Yeah, if you would, you would, if you had XX chromosomes, you would be a woman. It's science, man.
No, dude. In that context, I would be intersex, and I would be a man because it is the case that I have commitments towards the social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the male sex as a prescription of identity. That's exactly why I would be a man. Right, even though under your consideration I would be biologically female. By the way, also, right, even from a biological standpoint, I could also be considered biologically male. Like, again, you understand, just having XX chromosomes wouldn't make me male. Like, I could have XX chromosomes while also having small gametes, while also having like male genitalia. By the way, Never Woke is so scared to debate me in the comment section. He won't even send a guest request. Wendy, thank you for the $5.
All right. Look, all I'm saying, I think chromosomes are the big factor in determining gender. I think all that other stuff can alter you to look like another sex that you're not. However, if you have XX chromosomes, you're a woman. If you have XY, you're a male. That's at the end of the day, like that's just, it's facts. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I don't think that one, sex is solely determined by chromosomes, and two, I don't think that, again, sex determines your gender, especially in all circumstances. Now, could you say there's a huge association? If someone's male, when they're an adult, they're likely to be a man. That's incredibly likely to be true. I'm not disputing you on that, right? But what we're saying is that there are plenty of circumstances where I would say that someone specifically, just because they have a certain set of biology, does not mean that they specifically could not be considered differently when it relates to their gender. Now, can I particularly reference something in specific? Someone who is intersex, who has both sets of sex characteristics, in that circumstance, right, what gender are they?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, someone who has both sets of sex characteristics. What gender do they have in that context?
What do you mean by that?
They have both sets of sex characteristics. Chromosomes, gametes, and genitalia.
What
right, they have a combination.
What? So they would have both women and male genitalia as well as XX and XY chromosomes?
Well, I'm not saying XX and XY. I'm just saying they have combinations. So you could say they have XY chromosomes, but then they have large gametes, right? Or you could say the other way around. They have XX chromosomes and they have small gametes.
I think it all depends on the chromosomes. If they're XX, but they happen to have more woman-like gametes or women-like features.
Wait. So to clarify,
XY.
So to clarify, if I had
Opposite.
XX chromosomes, I would be a woman, right?
Yes, you would.
Okay. So then you'd say I should go into the women's restroom.
Yeah.
You think looking the way that I do, who I am as a person, just because I had XX chromosomes, I should go into the women's restroom? That's nuts.
Okay, but if you were a woman,
So I have a question. Under your review, should I change in women's locker rooms?
Well, if you were a woman, you wouldn't look like you would right now, though.
No. I'm saying I look the exact same as I am right now, right? All of my characteristics are the same. It's just that I have XX chromosomes.
Well, that's number one. That's an impossible scenario.
No, it's
and
not.
Two,
It's not impossible. There are plenty of
yes,
people
you
out
would be
there.
a woman's
Wait, by the way,
woman.
that's actually just, you're totally wrong. It is absolutely the case that people can have XX chromosomes and every other biological sex characteristic is male.
Okay, but I think
so. It is literally possible that I have XX chromosomes. I don't know what my chromosomes are. Now I assume that it's XY because of what's likely to be true. But it is actually possible for me to have XX chromosomes. So given that was true in that circumstance, are you saying that I should change in the women's locker rooms? I would think that's ridiculous. I think I should go into men's.
If you were assigned a gender at birth because of science and your genitalia. So you go to whatever locker rooms of the gender you're assigned. You can't just if you're a woman.
Wait, so it's based upon whatever you're assigned at birth. So then we shouldn't call JD Vance by his name JD Vance because that's not what he was assigned at birth.
Why are we getting on to names though? Names
I'm just saying he was never assigned JD Vance at birth. So no way we should call him that, right?
Okay, but you're not going to go in locker rooms assigned by name. You're not going to go in locker rooms of JD or locker rooms of Parker or locker rooms of Mark. You know, you're not gender's like a bigger deal.
I'm demonstrating something from that perspective. Just because something's assigned at birth doesn't mean it should be considered that way. Now, if you want to reference even further than that, let's talk even further. Let's go further than that. In terms of wait, actually, just respond to
that. Respond to what?
What I just talked about. Devin, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I doubt that he does, to be honest.
All right. What did you just say? What were we talking about? You kind of threw me into that. What'd you say?
We were talking about how JD Vance has a different name than he was assigned at birth. So just because something's assigned at birth doesn't mean it's the correct designation.
Yes, but names can be changed.
I have a question. Do you think sex? Wait, actually, in the circumstance in which I was assigned male at birth, right? Then under your view, you would consider that because I was assigned male at birth, that I should go into the women's restroom? or I mean to the men's restroom, even though I had XX chromosomes, right?
If you were an XX chromosomes, then you go to the female restroom.
Oh, but I was assigned male at birth.
If you had XX chromosomes, you'd be assigned female at birth. You're not going to be assigned male at birth with the wrong.
I know. I got not eligible for 10 minutes because of him. I got to flag everyone. Give me 10. It will be 10 minutes until it starts sending out again, but it'll be fun. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream, everyone. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Jolish, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Thank you so much. True, though. GR, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Tim with the $5. Thank you so much. Seriously, though, I could ask all those questions. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Again, if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me through the pinned comment on YouTube. Click through the link tree and go through Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Kelly, thank you so much for the $15. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Seriously, though, I know, literally all the time. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen.
Yeah, I support Trump.
Yeah.
Yes, I support Trump, especially for right now tariffs, because he's pretty much taking care of everything else.
Can you tell me what a tariff is? And again, never woke. Send a guest request to join in the live. I want to debate you, man. Go ahead.
That's when the overseas product gets to the port, whoever ordered them pays the tariffs on it, and then they'll charge.
Start from number one. So what's a tariff? Sorry.
It's whenever foreign material come in, they get to the port, whoever is picking them up pays the tariffs, and then he charges people like me who buys whatever that is.
Okay, so let me clarify. It's a tax on an imported good. It's paid by the American importer, the American business that's importing the product, and it's passed down to the American consumer because it's an aspect of cost of production and distribution, meaning that it's going to be a regressive negative impact on lower and middle income individuals because they spend a greater proportion of their income on consumer goods. Now, if you want your prices to go up, if you want jobs to be worse off, if you want the GDP to decline, there to be less GDP growth, then go ahead and support tariffs, but they're going to be worse for our economy overall.
Okay. We get tax cuts. We're going to get tax cuts to make up for those tariffs, part of those tariffs. People that don't pay taxes, they're paying tariffs. They do not get a tax cut, but they do have to pay tariffs. And that's people that either don't pay taxes or lying about their income, and they're paying less taxes, not their fair share. They will start paying tariffs.
So consumers paying a higher tax is not fair because they're already paying taxes they shouldn't have.
Or they get a tax cut. People who have taxes now are getting a tax cut. It makes up for those tariffs, like myself.
No, it doesn't, because the bottom 20% of income earners have a decrease in after-tax income. For the bottom 10%, it's by $1,200 a year.
Okay, but I'll still get a tax cut and that's making up for the tariffs. And everybody that I know that's paying 20 to 30% taxes, they will get a tax cut making up for those tariffs. But people who do not pay taxes, they get no tax cut, and they have to pay those tariffs.
Repeat what you just said. Sorry, I was responding to my girlfriend. I apologize.
People like myself that pays taxes, we're getting a tax cut. People who do not pay taxes do not get a tax cut, but they're getting the tariffs. They'll be paying tariffs.
Tariffs are a tax increase. So that's an increase in taxes. Secondly, they also decrease benefits, specifically for Medicaid and food stamps. Over 10 million people will be cut off Medicaid. 2.5 million people on average will be cut off food stamps a month.
No, he said already recipients are not getting cut off of Medicaid.
Yes,
they're not being cut off.
Yes,
no, they're not.
Yes,
the
they are.
only people being cut off Medicaid are the parasites who are getting
parasites.
paid to work.
I'm sorry, you're calling people parasites? Did you just call people parasites?
call some people who are getting Medicaid and don't qualify for it.
Wait, I'm
Those are
sorry. No,
parasites.
so they're getting Medicaid, and it is the case that they're not meeting the set of work requirements. It could be the fact that they're disabled, and it is the case that they don't meet the set of criteria to qualify for disability yet, because it is the case that it takes a long period of time. Hold up, let me please finish.
You are calling crippled people parasites.
No,
you
no, no, no,
are.
no, no. You wait. One, don't use that term. Don't fucking use that term. That term is incredibly fucked up. Don't use that. Right? Use a different term. Use disabled specifically for people who are disabled specifically. Right? Who have not yet qualified. Right? For a disability yet, because it takes a long time to be able to get into the country. Right? Or not into the country. Fuck. A long time to qualify for disability. In that circumstance, right, they would be cut off. You're calling them parasites.
Okay, you're adding people that I'm not talking about.
Well, that's people.
You are.
I'm not adding people that you're not talking about. You're cutting people off who specifically are disabled from getting access to Medicaid, because it is the case that it takes years, months, and plenty of circumstances in order to be able to qualify for disability. So in order to be able to get to the exceptions for the work requirements, you have to qualify. And if you don't qualify yet, you will lose your Medicaid. And people will die because of this. There are people that won't be able to get access to preventative health care and will be more likely to develop chronic disease in the long run because they can't get access to their Medicaid.
Everything you said was wrong, because none of those people are getting cut. None of those people are getting cut.
You're lying.
You are wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're lying. They said it. President Trump said it himself. They're not being cut. Nobody getting Medicaid being cut. No,
he's lying.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. He's the one lying. I can literally show you. I can show you.
Okay, I want to talk about tariffs. We're talking about tariffs. Okay, now people like you, or you people, say that the top 1% don't pay taxes. Well, now they're going to be paying tariffs. Am I right?
I agree the top 1% doesn't pay enough taxes as they should, but tariffs are actually a regressive tax, meaning that it's going to disproportionately negatively impact lower income individuals, and it's going to help out the rich.
But the top 1% will be paying 15% or whatever the tariff is on all those fancy cars and fancy clothes that they buy. They will be paying more. Right.
Do you have any good evidence that the tariffs that have been placed on countries specifically apply to luxury products? Because all of them are universal. They don't specifically apply to luxury products. If you want to apply taxes to luxury products to make the rich pay more for their consumer luxury products, I actually don't have an issue with that. But that's specifically not what you're doing.
Evidently, your news source is not telling you the right stuff, evidently.
What do you mean, AP News, NPR, PBS, and Reuters that actually gives factual information instead of the fake news media that you get from Donald Trump himself?
Yeah, you need to watch some Fox News, maybe, along with the news.
I need to watch some Fox News, chat. Fox News, you know what? Maybe if I watched Fox Entertainment, and maybe if I watched Fox and Friends, that I'd have better information to this guy. No, Fox is ridiculous.
No, Fox is not ridiculous. You see, with Fox News, you get results. No, you get results, whereas your news...
If you watch Fox News, you get propagandized.
Nope, you do.
How do I get... Can you tell me what propaganda... You got grifted by Fox News and by Donald Trump. How do you feel?
I feel great.
You feel great after being grifted by Trump and Fox News? Can you tell me...
Everything is working okay. My red state is doing great. It's all you leftist states like California, New York, Illinois. You're the ones that's sinking.
Really?
People like us.
You want to know something funny? Because we fund your states. The state you're living in benefits from the fact that California pays more into the federal government than it receives from the federal government. So actually, here in blue states, we have the actual economic growth. We actually have the big economies. So we're paying for all of the different systems that you guys are taking advantage of. And we're not going to sit here and say that you guys are parasites because you benefit from a system that we pay more into. We're going to acknowledge that because it is the case that we live in a system, in a society where we want to take care of people, that's the reality of what we're going to do to be able to ensure that everyone's taken care of. We're not going to call you a parasite. We're not going to say that red states are parasitic, even though based upon your reasoning, we could.
Okay, but see, we have New Orleans and Baton Rouge. That's all blue areas, and that's where your money is going to take care of them. So I love.
It's not just going. Baton Rouge is not where we're sending all of our money. No, actually, again, we send most of our money to predominantly red states, specifically that are literally consistently held by Republicans that aren't funding their systems.
Right, because we don't believe in helping parasites. So
no, because you don't believe in helping people. You don't believe in helping your communities. Are you Christian?
Your blue state money. And we appreciate that. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that.
Are you Christian?
Yes, I am.
You're calling people parasites and saying you don't want to take care of
Christian?
people as a Christian? Yeah, I'm a devout Christian.
Okay, but God does not want to take care of parasites. If you knew your Bible, if you don't
Wait,
work,
what are you talking about? What do you mean?
if you're healthy,
He
if you don't
spawned
work,
in. God literally spawned in manna from the heavens. Okay, what are you talking about?
if you're a healthy person and you don't work, that means you don't eat. That's in your book.
Not.
You should know that.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes.
Everyone eats regardless. Are you saying disabled people shouldn't eat?
I said if you're healthy and not working, you should
what verse says that? In what sense of works is it referencing? Because I think it's referencing works in a different sense that you're probably referencing.
We're talking working. We're talking working. You know what I'm talking about.
No, works in relation to like what you do for the world, and you're clearly not upholding your works when you're saying you don't want to take care of your fellow Christians, your fellow, population, your fellow American citizens.
Okay, but I'm not talking about those works for people's salvation. I'm talking about works for our economy, like the law of the land and stuff like that. Talking about our economy.
Yeah, so you're talking about our economy, and our economy is better off when we provide a safety net and a baseline for everyone. If everyone can eat, we have a better economy.
Everyone that tries but has a hard time getting there, I support helping them.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think Jesus would cut people off food stamps?
Jesus won't have food stamps.
No, I'm just asking, like, would Jesus cut people off food stamps?
He would tell them to go to work, then cut their food stamps, yes. Evidently, you don't know God.
No, you don't know God. You just said Jesus would cut people's food stamps, dude.
He would. Go to
the
work
guy that provided fucking manna from the heaven that didn't make you work for the manna, right? He literally would cut people off food stamps. Yeah, that guy totally would. He seriously would.
Those people weren't parasites.
You know the guy that went into like the place with all the rich capitalists and threw over all the tables, who said that it was harder for a rich man to get into heaven than to get into the eye of a needle?
You know what the eye of the needle is?
Or a donkey to go into the eye of a needle. Sorry.
Yeah, do you know what the eye of the needle is?
It's essentially a metaphor for it being impossible to do something.
The eye of the needle is, back then you had your animal that you had, like
Camel.
your donkey, your camel, okay, your camel.
Not donkey, sorry, I apologize.
You have to unload your camel to go through that spot, wherever that fort was, wherever that wall was. You have to take everything off to go through that eye. So it's impossible for you to go in there with everything on your camel.
Yeah, that's literally essentially what I was saying. I was saying it's an analogy to demonstrate that it's impossible, right? So if that is true, if it's an analogy to demonstrate that it's impossible to do this, well then clearly you would say that Donald Trump isn't going to go to heaven based upon that same verse.
No, Donald Trump just not going to bring his riches with him. Nobody's going to bring anything from earth to heaven. Nobody.
Joe Lish, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So again, it's not saying that rich people won't be able to take their wealth into heaven. It's saying rich people won't make it to heaven.
No, you said that. I'm saying
that's not what I'm saying. That's what the Bible says.
No, rich people can make it to heaven, but without their riches. Your riches are in heaven. That's not what it says.
That's not what it says.
No, you're wrong, dude. Anybody can make it to heaven if their salvation is through Christ. Anybody can make it to heaven, but you won't be bringing gold from earth. Your riches are in
not
heaven.
Everyone
already.
makes it to heaven. Do atheists make it to heaven?
No, not everybody makes it. Nope, not everybody makes it.
Okay. So, and it's saying the same
A lot
thing
of
about,
poor
it's
people
saying the
don't
same
either.
thing about rich people.
Same thing. Not everybody rich is going to make it to heaven, especially
Well, it says
those
nobody
who
rich.
hate,
It
who die and
essentially
hate
says
in
that
the,
it's impossible to be rich in heaven.
to bring your riches to heaven. Yes, is not going to make it.
It's not what it says. But again, I think Christians should want to take care and be compassionate for like their fellow American citizens. Now, I'm not actually Christian; I'm an atheist. But I grew up in a Christian conservative household, and that's what I was taught in terms of what I grew up as a Christian, right? And what I was taught as a kid, and what my mom believes in as a Christian to this day. All right, she would be like, she would think this is ridiculous that you're advocating on the live for that Jesus would cut people off food stamps. She would think that's insane.
Lazy people, lazy parasites.
No, people. You try to dehumanize them and call them quote unquote lazy parasites to make yourself feel better about not helping them. I'll ask you this question: are you pro-life?
Oh, I'm kind of pro-choice, but pro-life, pro-choice, up in there.
Do you think it should be illegal to get access to an abortion?
No,
No, so it should be legal.
it should be legal. If these people hate that child that much, I would prefer them to set it up for adoption. But if they really hate that child, they're going to raise a hateful child. So
Well,
they
I
can
was
go
I was
ahead.
just making sure because you were saying that the parasites because they're lazy don't deserve to be taken care of. So it seems like the same thing would be true about the parasite in the womb, right?
The parasite in the where?
In the womb.
In the womb? Well, that's different. I mean,
the lazy parasites in the womb.
That's not a lazy parasite. They kick and turn and do everything they have to. They're not sitting there doing nothing.
They are sitting there doing fucking nothing.
No, they're not. They're moving around, staying alive.
Yeah, and adults move around and stay alive too.
They sure do, but they should do
therefore
more.
they deserve Medicaid or food stamps, right? They're doing stuff. They're moving around. They're watching TV. They're doing whatever they would like to do. They're taking care of their family.
Yeah, well, people that get in one line for the welfare, then see somebody giving stuff to the poor, they get out of that welfare line to go get something on another line. Then where they go? Right back to the welfare.
Okay, I have a question. Would you, if you could ensure that everyone in this country gets food stamps without it costing anyone a dime, would you support that?
That's impossible.
I understand it's not a possible reality, probable reality or whatnot. It's logically possible because you believe God could provide food for everyone. But I'm just saying, like, in that circumstance, right? Given that it wouldn't cost anything, would you support it?
I would support them going and grow a garden and live off their garden. Yes, that would be possible.
No. I'm saying, would you support people having access to food stamps if it were free from a governmental perspective? Say aliens would take care of it.
How about instead of aliens, we'll say that people donated for that? Like if you would donate your money for the food stamps, yes, I support it.
Okay.
If people like you donate your money for food
No,
stamps,
I'm saying aliens would take care of it because it's a hypothetical, not human
No,
beings.
no aliens. I
Aliens,
know
like say aliens would come in and take care of it.
if
Would
I
you say
believe
then
in
you'd be
it,
okay with food stamps?
if it's not costing me anything, yes.
Okay, perfect. So, if we look at the overall policies between Trump and Harris, it is the case that Trump is going to add significantly more to the debt. So it is actually the case that we're not going to save any money really from this at all. So the idea that it's saving us anything or making us better off is ridiculous. And thank you so much for the $2. Thank you, darling, with the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, darling, I'll make sure to try to look. Holy shit. Brittany, thank you so much for the $5. Kai, thank you so much. I appreciate the 60 cents. You were saying? Hello?
Oh, I don't know if you're still talking to that guy. Anyway, if, like I said, if other people volunteer their money for food stamps, I will go along with it. That would be great.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about or add?
No, that's long enough. Somebody else can come on.
Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go on to the next person. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It will help get it out to more people. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. As well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. For the 5.8 thousand people here on YouTube or TikTok, make sure to like that stream. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the thumbs up. It should help get it out to more people. For the 3,000 people here on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. As well as, again, if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube. Yo, what's up, how do you? So the next person, only send a guest request. Again, if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Again, never woke, sitting in the guest box, or not in the guest box, in the chat. It's speaking a lot in the chat, but not wanting to send a guest request for some reason. Yo, what's up, how do you?
Fuck you, Parker.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Hello?
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, fuck you, Parker.
What state do you live in?
Fuck you, Parker.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Fuck you, Parker. Fuck you, Parker.
Why are you so sensitive?
Fuck you, Parker.
Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. Onspo, thank you so much. I really appreciate the subscription. Libby, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Should tell your TikTok followers to subscribe to your YouTube channel. Yes, I do. I try to tell people to subscribe to the YouTube. We're on the way to 250K. Always, absolutely go over to the YouTube and subscribe if you haven't already. Always make sure to do that. That is the place to go. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen, everyone. No criteria? Sorry. Thank you. Never woke is gone. Yeah, why is he so scared? I low-key put his thumbnail, his picture in my thumbnail on some of them because he just he always has a MAGA hat on. So it's perfect for thumbnails. Yo, how do you?
Hey Parker, this is Angela, and I am 57. No.
Nice. Yo, what's up? How old are you? So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 40, Parker.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Nah, I don't, buddy. How you getting on, buddy?
We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
2005. Oh, no, sorry, 2006. June 25th, 2006. My bad. No, I swear to God. I'm joking. June 25th, 2006. I'll get my ID right now.
Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
I just think his policies. I really like his policies.
Okay, what policy?
Probably my favorite policy is the one about the wall.
Mm-hmm. And why do you like the wall?
I think it's pretty cool. I think walls are pretty like helpful to kind of keep the country safe and stuff.
Okay, so should we put a wall in front of the White House to prevent Trump from getting it?
No, because then he wouldn't be able to park his car, meaning he wouldn't be able to get into the White House, meaning he wouldn't be able
Park
to
his car, bro? What are you talking about, dude?
Well, bro, he couldn't get into the car park, bro.
You think he drives to work? You think he doesn't live in the White House?
He is a very people's president. He probably does.
Harry, he lives at the White House. And he uses Air Force One to fly to Mar-a-Lago and to his house in Palm Beach.
Yeah, but he probably still like would get the train if he like wanted to.
Bye. Like what? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. Let's go on to the next person, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. Alrighty, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 27, Parker.
Okay, so do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Why so?
Hey, if you give me a moment, could I mute for like 10 seconds, get somewhere quieter, and then come right back on? I didn't expect to hop on real quick. But I can be...
You're good. You're good. You're good. Absolutely. Just make sure to hop back in the guest box. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I was born January 2nd, 97.
Do you support Donald Trump? Okay, why do you support Donald Trump?
Well, one, he's our president, so got to stay united as a country. I like the way that he stopped with the transitioning of the minors. That was appreciated. There have been a couple other things. I like all that money he sent me.
Is there a way you can get a little bit closer to the mic? It's really hard to hear you.
Just better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying, he's the only one that sent me money. He's the only one that stopped the kids transitioning. There's a few others. I can go on. Do you disagree?
So how to give you money?
I got stimulus checks.
You got that under Biden too.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
When did you get your stimulus check? What year?
Oh, I guess 2020, 2019. I had some deaths in my family around that time, so I don't quite remember.
So that was under Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The pandemic.
Isabella, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
And why do you not support him, I guess? I'll ask you a question.
Okay. Because he was held civilly liable of sexual abuse. He bragged about walking in the changing rooms of girls in Miss USA because he quote-unquote owns the place to inspect them without their consent. He said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. He called his daughter voluptuous, which means curvy and sexually attractive. He said yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass. He said he'd be dating his own daughter if it wasn't his daughter. The big beautiful bill cuts 2.5 billion people off 2.5 million people off their food stamps every month, along with over 10 million people off their health insurance. Decreases after-tax income for the bottom 20% of income earners, for the bottom 10% by $1,200 on a year. Along with that, it adds $3.4 trillion to the debt.
And those are the reasons that you disagree with him.
Yeah.
So the first part, yeah, he's a pervert. We know that, but many of our leaders have been perverts in the past. You know they were good.
I'm sorry. Do you think him perving on children is okay? I think that's disqualifying.
No, I agree. But I mean, until you're proved guilty in a court of law, you're innocent in this country. I believe in that.
He was held civilly liable unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people for forcibly penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. Do you believe that?
I don't know. There's been some debate. I do agree that happened. What you're saying is that he was held, but did he actually get a charge or did they settle?
He was held civilly liable, meaning the jury determined this. There was no settlement.
And what happened to him?
He was forced to pay damages because it was past the statute of limitations for criminal courts, meaning that even regardless of the evidence, they couldn't try him in a criminal court.
Okay, so that's one reason that you think that he shouldn't be the leader.
I don't think you should believe Trump because we can prove that he lied. And I don't believe that you should support Trump because he's perved on children. He's bragged about perving on women and children without their consent. Like, he's bragged about grabbing women by the vagina without asking, which is sexual assault. He's said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, which is fucking gross.
Well, that is kind of our laws here. I mean, that'd be more of like I don't know, you'd have to pass that in the court, say that, you can't have freedom of speech, I guess, and you can't, date a 20-year-old anymore. I don't know about that. It sounds more like a personal thing.
If you went up to a 5-year-old and he said he'd be dating them in 15 years, would that be acceptable to you?
I mean, it's not pretty, but
would you still vote for him?
Would you date a 20-year-old?
By the way, I'm 23 years old.
Okay, would you date a 20-year-old?
Would I go up? I would never go up to a 10-year-old girl and say that. By the way, I have a girlfriend, so I wouldn't date anyone other than my girlfriend.
How old is she?
She's 22.
22. So would you say that right now, if 20 years, or let's say, what would the math be, 17 years in the past, you wouldn't date her, right?
17 years in the, what?
When she's 5 years old. You would not date her.
When I was 5 years old?
If she were 5 years old.
Why would I date her when she's 5 years old if I was my age? That's fucking gross.
Exactly. See, that's just turning it around. If you say, oh, I can date a 20-year-old, but you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
What are you saying? What? No. What are you saying? What, are you talking about me when I was 6 years old?
No. What I'm saying is, you just saying math about someone's age, and we have the.
Do you think it's acceptable? Do you think it's acceptable? You have a daughter.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in bringing life.
Okay, sure. Sure. Let's say you did have a kid, though. Would you be okay with someone going up to your 10-year-old kid and saying they'd date like her in 10 years?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
would you vote for the man that did that?
It depends on other stuff. There'd have to be other factors.
Wait, so you would vote for the man that did that? You would overlook that. And by the way, people are saying you follow minors in the comment section, and given the nature of what you fucking said on the stream, right? I definitely need to ask.
Yeah.
You do? You follow minors?
This is my buddy's account. This isn't my account. He's a minor.
What is going on today, bro? What is going on? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet this set of criteria on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Did you ever play Farm Sim?
No Farm Sim. Kai, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you so much, Kai. I really appreciate it. It truly is. Isabella, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you. Happy birthday, Isabella. Happy birthday. Tashina, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $2. Happy birthday, though, Isabella. Everyone get some happy birthdays for Isabella in the comment section. Happy birthday. Parker has to not play Farm Sim out of spite now. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe someday I'll play Farm Sim. That would be a funny meme stream to do. Like, to play Farm Sim one day. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set criteria on the screen. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. Alrighty, everyone. Alrighty, do give it a second. Stephanie, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Yeah, I know, we really are.
I just feel like this
You support
would be
Donald
a good one to use, I guess, but like I don't even know how to grade it because it's so wonky.
Tish, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you. Posture check. Yeah, my posture is always bad. My posture is terrible. It's the worst. It's the worst. Let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. It's horrible, chat. It's the worst you've ever seen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? Hello?
Do you support Donald Trump?
Are you a Jew?
Okay, I couldn't hear them. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like the stream, hit the thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. Jamie, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next person. Everyone, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
45.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, I was just listening to your comment about the comment from the president at the beauty pageant.
Wait. Is this that Michael?
It is that Michael.
I'm by. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I really appreciate it. Kids and W's for Elizabeth in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. Air, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Yes, I would totally continue on YouTube after if TikTok is gone. And then I will definitely do it on the US based version as well. But I think I'll just like try stream on other sorts of things. So YouTube is going to be the main platform when that happens. YouTube will be my main platform. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why so?
Well, there's a lot of things they're doing for the economy that I think are pretty good. Like the thing with the tariffs. Marge, can you fuck off?
Not the Homer Simpson. That was diabolical. Diabolical. Homer Simpson.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
What's your birth year?
2004.
Evil Homer Simpson, for real. So why do you support Donald Trump?
I support Donald Trump because I'm for closing up our borders, keeping people out of our beautiful country.
Okay. Why do you want specifically closed borders? Like, do you want no immigration at all?
I want limited immigration.
Okay, so at what point is it a closed
I want
border?
selected immigration.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think it was a closed border at the end of Trump's first administration?
Trump's first administration was not the best. His first 4 years
So
didn't go
then
so
you agree that it wasn't secure then, right? It wasn't in a position that you would like.
Look, the first 4 years, I already said it didn't go so well.
Okay. So what do you think? Why do you think mass deportation is good? I'll ask you that question.
Mass deportation. Well, I mean, people getting deported are illegal people. So
undocumented
if you come
immigrants.
Here, yeah. So if you come here illegally and you get deported, I mean, you did it to yourself.
Wait, repeat what you just said. I'm confused.
They're undocumented. They're illegal. So they get deported. That's normal.
Yeah, people who haven't committed violent crimes and bad crimes. Also, just saying it's normal isn't a justification for doing it. Why should people who haven't committed violent? What's the point of the immigration process?
The point to get, what do you mean, like ours?
Yeah.
To legalize them as citizens.
For what purpose? Is it economically oriented? Is it related to keeping society safe and secure? Gracie, thank you for the $5. Happy birthday, Gracie.
Yeah, it's to keep society safe, everyone in check. So if they're legal, they can get more jobs. So it's all of those reasons.
Okay, so you think that there's gonna be more jobs if you deport people? Did you know that decreases demand on goods and services, therefore decreasing the amount of jobs in the economy?
Look, imagine there's a job opening, 5 people applied, 5 Americans. Then you add 10 new people into the country, and they apply for that same job. It's going to be more competition.
Yeah, but there's also going to be more people demanding those jobs to exist. Therefore, more of those jobs would exist. So if one job existed for 5 people, if you double that, then there's going to be 3 jobs, right?
I mean, not really, because these companies don't like to hire people.
Okay, what is this guy saying? What are you yapping about?
You're just not understanding.
I do understand. Can you tell me what is Mark equilibrium?
Mark equilibrium? Equilibrium.
Fucking disgusting fuck, dude. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria on the screen. So fucking gross.
Hello there.
How old are you?
35-year-old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I am. I'm surprised they're still sending you donations after you failed miserably during the election, buddy.
How did I fail miserably at the election? I think I got lots of people to vote for the side I wanted them to. Now,
right?
I don't.
Yeah, well, you did, but you got a lot of donations.
You cut out. Hello?
Yeah, you didn't fail. You failed on your objective, but you took the bag away. So and they still send money to you. Somebody just sent you on their birthday $5. How's that make sense? You know how stupid that sounds? Hey, it's my birthday. Let me send Parker $5. Yay!
That's not stupid. Like I think that you're just being incredibly rude and you're mad because people are supporting me. I understand that you're jealous.
Thanks.
I understand that
you got thanked. Harris lost, buddy.
I understand that you failed on every objective in your life. But of course, when it relates to this, my objective was to convince people and to change people's minds, which I was able to do. Now, was it able to get to Kamala Harris being the nominee or being the president? No, it wasn't. And that's definitely bad. And that's why I continue
shall be
doing
saved.
it. What's up?
Repent and you shall be saved. All this is meaningless.
I have a crystal ball. You're gonna run away, Harry. What do you mean it's meaningless?
All this, what you're arguing about, is meaningless. All right.
Isn't it meaningless for you to come up with? And wouldn't it be meaningless for you to come up onto my stream?
No, because I'm spreading the gospel and telling you all.
Okay,
repent
so you see what I mean?
Shall be saved.
So by the way, because he thinks he's spreading his message, it makes sense
Not my
for him
message.
to do. But I'm
Not my
spreading my
message.
message. It doesn't make sense for me to do. No, you know what this tells me? It tells me that you just don't want me to do this because you're jealous of the fact that I'm able to move people towards my ideology. That's what you're jealous about.
The truth doesn't
You're jealous
care
that
about
people
your
are
lives.
sending me money. You're jealous that people
I'm
are
not
supporting
jealous.
me.
I'm not envious.
You're
It's
so
it's-
jealous. I can
It's
tell.
stupidity. It's stupidity.
What's stupidity?
Why send you money for what?
Because people want to support me? Wait, do people watch
You're
TV?
delusional.
Wait, do people send money for TV shows and entertainment that they like in other aspects?
Yeah, they're delusional as well, unless it's helping a cause.
Do you buy cable?
No, I don't. I do absolutely not. No.
Do you pay for internet?
No, I don't. I got a friend that does it because he said,
do you pay
hey,
for your phone?
internet?
Do you pay for your phone?
Unfortunately, because
okay,
they took
you do that. Queen,
the
thank you for
carrying
$5. Thank you.
away.
So okay,
Hey, thanks
so,
a
by
lot.
the way,
Appreciate
you just
it,
think
too.
so you just think everything is a scam. But Queen, thank you for
No,
the
I'm
$5.
saying,
Absolutely.
I'm saying it's meaningless, and people that get up in arms about everything like
It's
this
meaningless,
should really
but you're
focus
doing it
on
right
the
now.
truth.
You're doing
no,
it right now.
I'm trying to spread the
you
truth.
realize you acknowledge that it's not meaningless right now when you come up on my live stream and you try to spread the word of what you believe in. You try to spread
that's
the
not what I believe in.
gospel.
It's not what. It's the truth. The truth all right.
The truth is, you're the one lying on the stream, and you're the one trying to like literally demean what I'm doing right here when I'm doing something effective. Acme, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10 to piss off the guest. Andrea, thank you so much for the $5. Matt, thank you for the $5 to make him more jealous. Tim, thank you for the $5 for my birthday happens to coincide
welcome,
with
buddy.
this call. Happy birthday,
Wow.
Tim. Kyle, thank you for the $4.20. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you so much. Feisty with the $10. Thank you, because he's so jealous.
Come on, keep it going.
Terribly jealous. Terribly jealous.
Whose birthday is it?
Grace,
Want me
thank
to
you so much for the $2. Thank you.
Join
They said,
in,
thank
Parker.
you for
Ready?
giving us a better live TV show that's better than The Bachelor.
That's right. You're welcome. Hey, listen. Let's sing "Happy Birthday" to him. You want to?
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
All right, ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, I'm running out of breath myself, so let's just stop.
Happy birthday, dear Tim. Happy birthday to you. W Tim's in the comment section. Happy fucking birthday.
Wonderful.
Happy birthday.
All right, but besides that, you continue to do what you do, man. And I'm glad to see that the bags under your eyes are receding. And so
they're genetic.
Your vitamin deficiency, no.
Michael, thank you for the $2. Thank you, Michael. Kimmy, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much for he's so jealous. How unfair.
They look a lot better than they did, so I'm happy for that for you, okay?
That's just because of the lighting, dude. And also, by the way, my bags are actually worse right now than they typically are because I got less sleep last night. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you.
But besides that, here comes your minions, all right, in my box.
Wait, you literally tried to say that my bags look better? Actually, my bags literally look worse today, unironically.
I thought they looked better.
Right Aaron, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much for happy birthday, Tim.
Thanks for the galaxy,
Max,
too,
thank you for the $4.20 for money for my birthday. Cassandra, thank you so much for the $2.50. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously, though. Chase, thank you for the $5 for the snowflake tears.
You should throw me a kickback. You always make the most money whenever I come on here. I came back about a year ago.
Have you been on my live before?
Year ago, man. A year ago, yeah.
Before the election, and you still believe you still support Donald Trump?
To tell you the truth, it's the same bird, different wings. So.
Oh, okay. So you still support him no matter what. So you're a cultist. Is that what you're?
No. I don't support. You know what I support? I support the one true Savior. Okay.
Wait, people are saying
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah. So you might need Jesus Christ to save you from the fact that you follow minors.
We all do.
We don't. I don't. Why do you follow minors?
Well, I don't know what you're referring to, and it's probably if that's
people are spamming it in the comment section right now.
Well, that's because they're your minions, and they're trying to decredit what I say. So there's that.
Jamie, thank you for the $2. By the way, they don't say this with everyone who comes on the stream. Casey, thank you for the $10.
It's just
thank
stupidity.
you.
It's absolutely stupidity.
Do you follow minors? Andreas, thank you so much for the $10. Tasha, thank you for the $5 for the birthday. My birthday's in December, but here. Dude, like, do you
realize? Do you realize that there's some family members that are?
Aaron, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
Is that or no?
That's like always the claim. Then.
Well, that's something else. Yeah.
You follow a lot of. You follow. Yeah, that's not a family member. That's definitely not a family member. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? That is not a family member. That's actually fucked. That's so fucked. That is, oh my god. Bro, why is that on TikTok? Oh my god, that's fucking crazy. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Hello?
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
And why do you support Donald Trump?
Because he's the GOAT.
Why is he the GOAT?
Because he keeps illegal aliens out of the country.
Why are you laughing?
Because they're illegal.
I'm gonna take that there, troll. Terrence, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Birthday was last month. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. John, thank you so much for the $2 though. Thank you. Not my birthday, but I hope it makes the caller jealous while he's gone now. Jamie, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Thank you. Tiani, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Elliot with the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. Let's make sure to go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, 58.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do, yes.
Why
I've
so?
been listening to this. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I mean, some of the people that come up are just, I don't know. There's some just really strange people. Anyway, I think you do a great job, but and I think you did well against Charlie Kirk, except I do think you overtalked him too much, so I would like to see a long form.
I actually don't
but I'd
disagree
really
with you
focus.
there, but yeah. Why do you support
that's
Donald
fine.
Trump?
I support him. I like what he's doing so far. I love NATO, the 5% GDP increase in for defense. I think it makes us stronger. I like the border secure, and I think the economy is doing fine. I don't know how the tariff thing will work out. I mean, I have to be honest with you. But so far, unemployment's 4.2, GDP is 3%, inflation's not bad. The calamity that was predicted from the tariff has not occurred, and maybe it will, but I don't think it will. Japan is eating its tariff rather than pass it on to us on their cars. So, those are a few things I like. I like what he's doing.
Can only, so countries like Japan aren't paying the tariff. That doesn't make any sense. If you want to reference like companies that will be paying it essentially, and will eat the cost, they are in the short term companies in the United States, which are American businesses, but they can't do so in the long run. They lose out in the long run, and they then get fucked over because they can't afford to run their operations. So given that that's true, I mean, it's going to get passed down, and we're seeing that happen as inflation is continuing to rise again. It got down to 2.3%. Now it's back up to 2.7. It started at 3% under Biden at the end of Biden's administration. If you want to reference 4.2% unemployment, that's up in terms of unemployment. The jobs report was so bad that Donald Trump said it was politically biased information and fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which puts us at a huge risk. Now you're saying 3% real GDP growth in Q2 of 2025. That's true, but that came after a 0.3% decline in real GDP in Q1 after several quarters of multiple percentage points growth. So we would have seen even more growth if it is the case that we never implemented tariffs in the very first place.
I do think he's getting a lot of investments in the United States that's going to pay off, from a lot of different countries. So I think that's going to help a lot. I disagree with you on the tax. I think people are going to see a tax. They're going to pay less taxes. I know I will, with the standard deduction being raised. And 50% of Americans don't even pay taxes. So they'll get a bigger refund. So I think that'll help.
So for the bottom 20% of income earners, they'll lose after-tax income. So decrease in after-tax income for the bottom two quintiles or two deciles. For the bottom decile specifically, it would be about $1,200 a year. So that's in benefits, specifically cutting Medicaid, food stamps, And you are right that in terms of giving a tax cut to other types of income thresholds, but if it's taking money from the poorest Americans to give to the richest Americans, I don't think, like disproportionately, I don't think that's a good policy. If you wanted to run on
sorry.
I was going to say, if Republicans wanted to run on just doing tax cuts to the working class, we'd agree with y'all. And you'd get that passed very easily.
Okay, now I think you said the lowest quintile. So if the standard deduction is increased, which it is, and the no tax on tips up to a portion, what is $12,000 per couple, OT $12,000 a couple, Social Security people are going to benefit $12,000 a couple. 4 years.
Not for Social Security, but for overtime and for tips and for the standard deduction. True, like those are three aspects of the bill, and along with the child tax credit, that I actually agree with.
Explain to me about Social Security, because I think you're wrong on that.
Yeah, I never saw anything about Social Security in the bill. If you'd like to tell me about it.
Yeah, Social Security. So if you're single and you're on Social Security, you get a $6,000 deduction. So you don't pay taxes on $6,000. If you're married, you're both on Social Security, $12,000. You won't pay tax.
I don't think that's in the bill.
It's in the bill.
Really?
Check it out. I like talking with you. You're intelligent and you do have a great following and you do earn your money. And I don't know how you do it every day talking to some of these people. You must go home and beat your head against the wall a few times and then get some rest.
Let me see. Standard deduction, $6,000 deduction for taxpayers 65 or older.
Yeah.
Existing. Okay. You know what?
And $12,000 per couple.
It says for seniors $2,000 for single filers. So
no, it's $6,000.
It says $2,000 for single filers and $1,600 for qualifying individual for married filers. But it says the OBB adds an additional $6,000. This is per individual. Okay, I see that.
Yeah,
you're right. Damn, I didn't even know about that before. Thank you for letting me know about that. That's another aspect of the bill I think is good.
That is good. Yeah,
those are the only aspects of the bill I think are good, though.
I understand what you're saying. I think the purpose of it is for able-bodied people to work half-time, 20 hours, either work, school, community service. That's fine. But I understood your point you made earlier about if you hadn't made disability yet, you are disabled, and you're waiting, that's a problem. It needs to be addressed.
Is it also true that 60% of seniors don't pay any taxes on their Social Security anyway?
It is true. So they'll get they'll get money back.
Only 40%.
Yeah, only 40% pay, right?
Only 40% would get the $6,000 deduction, and that's only if they were even qualifying $6,000 in income. But
I think it's more than that, because say you're married and you're both on Social Security, it's $150,000 or less. So you're going to get that.
What's the top marginal tax rate for Social Security? That's probably going to be like, if someone's getting Social Security, their top marginal tax rate's going to be max 20-something%. And if their top marginal tax rate's max 20%, you're only getting like a few $1,000s from this.
Yeah. Yeah, and some of them, yeah.
Like $1,000 or $1,000 to $2,000 from this. So it's not like a big sort of thing.
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's like a decent policy. I don't think that's bad.
No, they help.
See, these are the aspects of the bill that if they were in isolation would be good. Like if you just passed a policy with the standard deduction increase, you just passed a policy with the no tax on tips to $25,000, right, to the $12,500 for overtime, and then the increase in the child tax credit, you would have us on board. But the thing is, it's not just that.
And the SNAP that you're talking about, and the
SNAP cuts and
SNAP and the Medicaid, that does worry me, because ostensibly it's for able-bodied people to get out and work 20 hours a week, which is not asking much. However, the fact that it's not taking effect until after the midterm kind of worries me, that they know something that I don't.
I would also say this, that in terms of the work requirements, I think work requirements are really bad. One, because people who are disabled that haven't yet qualified for disability will be negatively impacted. Secondly, in terms of applying work requirements, I think that you can find other ways to incentivize people to work I don't think that should be restricting their access to food or to like health insurance.
Don't you think there's a lot of people gaming the system, Parker?
No, not really when it comes to Medicaid and food stamps. I think there's more people gaming the system in terms of corporate subsidies and the Department of Defense, in terms of the market manipulation Donald Trump's trying to perpetuate. He also went up to fossil fuel companies and said, if you give me $1 billion for my campaign, I'll give you $110 billion in tax cuts. He also gave massive, subsidies to fossil fuel industries in general. That's corporate subsidies that are like them frauding the system. That's what I would consider more frauding the system. Sure. Like they don't need it. Yeah. But if we're talking about like food stamps and health insurance, these are things people need. So I don't really consider that fraud the system. I think it's a human right to have food and health insurance.
Sure. My take is that there's a lot of able-bodied people that could be out doing something and they're not.
Sure. And then we can find other ways to incentivize them.
I can't quote a stat on that, but it's just my gut feeling. And if that's the case, then those people should be out doing something. Half the time, 20 hours a week, community service or school or work is not asking much.
Sure. If you want to incentivize people to do that through other means, go for it. But I don't think that should be restricting people's access to food or health insurance. Again, you should incentivize people to work in other ways that don't restrict their access. How would we do that? We could provide broader incentives in terms of what's it called? How much benefits they could get for unemployment insurance if it is the case that they meet these certain set of criteria for finding jobs or for looking for jobs, or given that they meet the set of criteria, we can give extra help. We could give employers benefits in terms of, if you pay people a livable wage, we'll give you some help out. So we were essentially subsidizing wages to some degree. Those could be helpful ways.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And also, we want people to be.
How do you feel about
the minimum wage would help? What's up?
How do you feel about the NATO increase?
I like that NATO is going to be providing more, but I don't think that we're going to get 5,000 or 5% of GDP. I don't think that's possible. I also think that's too much. But I do like them paying up to the 2%, like what we had prior, and most of that happened under Biden. Because I do think Biden works more with the international community. Trump has floated getting out of NATO.
Yeah, I think he did as a leverage point, but
sure.
NATO needs us more than we need them. Really, we're more powerful than all the other NATO countries combined. So that was our leverage. And
you don't think the U.S. has vested interest in keeping Europe sovereign?
Yes, and I think that's what he did. And I saw some, I liked the unity I saw at the meeting with Zelensky and them, with, and
I didn't see much unity. I didn't see anything new we got from that. I think they just re-invoked their positions that existed prior. And if we want to look at Ukraine, they're in a worse circumstance for defending themselves against Russia now because Trump got rid of the funding and then brought it back. If he never got rid of the funding in the first place, we'd be in a better position in defending Russia or defending Ukraine against Russia.
Didn't you see a lot more respect among the leaders at in Alaska? Didn't you see more respect, more collegiality? I did.
Just because you see more respect, it doesn't mean that there's actually anything meaningfully that's happening. And no, I don't really see that as respect.
I think that in itself is meaningful. And it did get the second meeting. Putin has agreed today to meet with Zelensky, so that's something. And,
Yeah, but they're not going to, I don't think this is going to actually get us anything. We've already known that, Putin might sit down and talk to you, but he's only going to accept a deal if it is the case that he benefits from it and he gets what he wants. You have to force him into these conditions. That's what I'm saying. If we continue defending Ukraine, we can go longer than they can, economically speaking. We'll win.
Pardon me?
They'll know we'll win if it is the case that we can go longer economically speaking than them. The reason why Putin is holding out is because he realizes that Trump would have cut the funding and he has a possibility to try and con Trump to be able to get more power in the context of Ukraine. Otherwise, if a Democrat was in office, he's so fucked. He doesn't really have a good response.
Well, there was nothing happened under Biden with Ukraine. I mean, we were giving them weapons, but
and we were defending them. We got the entirety of Europe to help defend Ukraine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was all Biden, but Europe is really pro-Ukraine. I like the idea of the security forces. Putin hates that. and I think it's going to happen. Whether it's going to really materialize, I don't know. I think there'll be a bilateral meeting followed by a trilateral meeting, and it might all collapse. You know, this is a really, really complex, horrific situation, and it's really the ball's in Putin's court. He could stop it at any time.
Okay, so then, like, how does Trump give you better circumstances here? It seems like clearly, Trump puts us in worse circumstances to respond in terms of foreign leaders, right? He doesn't have much public confidence around the world. It's not like he gives us more respect with our allies, especially. He's talked about annexing our allies, and then he causes much domestic turmoil as well. He incited a violent insurrection of the Capitol, pardoned violent rioters on January 6th. What's up?
But I think right now Europe is unified behind Ukraine. I think we're behind Ukraine. I think he's gotten off of Putin. He found out he was being played. Actually, it's kind of funny, but I think Melania had a little something to do with it, because it was reported that he told Melania, I just had this wonderful conversation with Putin, an hour, 2 hours, you know, and she said, oh, he just bombed a city, I think a maternity hospital, you know. So I think Trump has seen the light. We'll see. But the only way I see it ending, I think Ukraine's going to have to cede this property. I mean, it's 20%.
You could say that Trump is identifying like the right way to respond to a greater extent by funding Ukraine, but that doesn't mean that we're in a better position given that Trump was in office. So what I'm essentially saying is, what about Trump's foreign policy in general is better than what we would have had otherwise?
Well, right, I can just cite right now about getting them to at least talk. You know, I mean, that hadn't happened before. I do like the idea of hitting Iran's nukes. I mean, you may not like it, but I liked it.
What did that get us with Kim Jong-un? What did just talking get us with Kim Jong-un?
Nothing.
Nothing. So
but
that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
it was worth a conversation, you know.
You could say, but like, we didn't get anything. It really didn't benefit us at all. And it's like one of these things where he's trying to get positive PR for himself, but he's not really getting anything from it. So it's like, are you really just going to give him positive PR just for talking to someone? Not because he got anything from talking to them, but just because he talked to them? Like, I think that's heavily
but
ridiculous.
I give him credit for trying on that. But I think
that's not like policy like he did that was good, though, as a reason why you'd vote for him. Just because he tries is not a reason to vote for him.
No, I didn't say that. But say, for example, hitting the underground nukes. You know, bunker blaster bombs only go, 200 feet, 300 feet? But when you send, 7 down one shaft and 7 down another, you can get to and even the defense minister in Iran said that, it really wreaked havoc on their nuclear program. Don't you think Kim Jong-un saw that and he hides his nukes underground?
Repeat what you said. Sorry, I started reading something else.
No, that's okay. That's all right. You got to be fried after listening.
I am over 5 hours in, but that's actually not because I actually
you're 5 hours in, but you're 5 hours in with I'm only even an hour in with listening to you. But the people that you've talked with would fry my brain. I would have to say, look, guys, love you all, but I got to take a break. But anyway, what I'm saying is,
I've gotten a little bit used to it.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Anyway, what I'm saying, I think Kim Jong-un did take note of the fact that we could hit.
What the fuck? Oops, I accidentally clicked on Dean's stream. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, that's okay. I think that Kim Jong-un did take notice of the fact that we could hit nuclear weapons hidden underground, which is where he stores his. So I think that was a plus. And I think it showed American strength on the world stage. It was a pretty impressive strike. Nobody hurt. Iran had
on Iran. So I mean, that only set him back 3 months.
Iran.
It only set him back 3 months, and it is the case that I don't think that was worth bombing them to do that. I also think that it was bad that Trump pulled out of the agreement in the very first place. If it is the case, you're going to say that you wanted to prevent them from getting access to nukes. If you want to prevent them from getting nukes, Well, the best way to do that was through the context of the 24/7 surveillance that was set up through the context of the nuclear enrichment program, and Donald Trump pulled out of that agreement for literally no reason.
Yeah. And he gave him 60 days to come to the table and hit him on day 61. So, and I don't know, right or wrong, I liked it. I thought it was an impressive show of strength, and I thought it showed that we would do what a lot of presidents have said they would do but didn't do. So I thought it was a good thing.
So again, we already
And
had
I think
them
it
at the
did
table.
set.
We
I
already
think
had
it
an
set him back more than 3
agreement,
months.
and Trump set us
personally.
back. We had an agreement. Trump set us back, and just because he didn't get them to the table in terms of this new agreement he striked after that point, doesn't mean it is the case that like we didn't have an original agreement where we already were at the table. So they were willing to
The
negotiate.
JCPOA,
It's not with Trump.
Parker, the JCPOA was just setting them 10 years away from a nuke. I mean, that's all it was.
So
and it was lifting a bunch of sanctions. It was making them rich, and they could support organizations like Hamas and Hezbollah, right? And what's the one that's the other one that I'm missing? The one that strikes the ships.
If you're saying making them rich, getting rid of sanctions, you mean just limits on their economy that we imposed?
Biden lifted. He lifted a lot of sanctions.
Yeah, that was specifically. So again, they lifted sanctions that they placed on.
Right. And
so think about it this
gave
way:
them money.
if Trump placed tariffs on a country to get them to negotiate, and then got rid of the tariff, you wouldn't be saying the same thing.
No, I would keep the sanctions on Iran until they, because I think the.
Would you prefer Would you prefer
personally-
sanctions being in place and them not getting a nuke, or them getting a nuke without the sanctions in place?
I'd prefer no nuke and sanctions, and I would keep the sanctions on.
Okay, so
they
no
couldn't
nuke and
afford
sanctions.
to-
Okay, so I said that wrong, by the way. But no
That's
nuke
okay.
and sanctions. So you think that you're going to get no nuke and sanctions, and you think that you're going to do that by bombing them and going to war with them? Because in the long term, you have to keep preventing this from happening. So you're going to keep bombing them?
Well, I think the sanctions, frankly, I think the Iranian regime is not far from collapse. I think they're in dire straits. I think Russia is in big trouble. There's double-digit inflation in Russia, and I think the economic threat of secondary tariffs to stop them from selling their oil to China, India, and Brazil brought Putin to the table. I think that's what brought him to the table. So I give kudos to Trump for that.
I don't think bringing Putin to the table actually got us anything, though.
May not have. It may have. But we'll have to wait and see how it plays out with the bilateral meeting and the subsequent trilateral meeting, right?
Sure, but Zelensky's already told us, even if Putin does agree to something, right, it is the case that he doesn't actually uphold his agreements, not only with the Budapest Memorandum, but also with the exchange of prisoners. They signed off on the exchange of prisoners, and then they never actually did it.
Yeah, it's typical Putin.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's typical Putin, then you know that he's likely to do that. So what makes you think we're going to get anything out of these negotiations? I really think it's a waste of time.
I think the security assurances that came out of the meeting was something pretty special. That's Trump's. I mean, that's Putin's biggest fear. Let's face it. Putin wanted to take the Donbass reason, all that reason. He wants those 4 cities. And then there's nothing between Kharkiv and Russia than farmland, right? So he could easily reinvade, but not with security assurances. Then you've got NATO countries on the ground, and then you've got a problem if you invade. So
security assurances mean U.S. troops, right?
I think it does, yeah.
So now you're saying Trump has implicated U.S. troops being involved.
And Europe is too.
Okay.
Europe has committed U.S. troops to be on the ground to provide these security assurances, and that's
it's because of what happened. Because we have cut the funding, I think that's also that. But I think that we would have been able to economically pressure them out. Do you support the sanctions on Russia?
Yes.
So, I mean, I think we could have economically pressured like Russia out in that type of way without having to rely on anything else.
Do you think you could have just get them to pull out completely through economic sanctions?
Oh, apparently Russia won't commit to Putin meeting. Just dropped.
Oh, geez.
Russia is refusing to commit to meeting between Ukrainian President Zelensky.
I read earlier that he had agreed to it.
I'm seeing right now that changed.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is from updated 19 minutes ago.
It's interesting. It's sad, but it's interesting.
So then if we, I mean, there's people in the comment section saying, leave, get out of the area, right? Pull out of Ukraine. Then why did Trump put us back in?
Are you talking about Putin getting out of Ukraine or us getting out of Ukraine? We're not in.
Well, I mean, that was just a response to a random person in the comments. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if you want to talk about, we can talk further about what's happening with Russia, Ukraine. I don't think that Trump's going to get us in a better circumstance with that. I think Trump kind of blew it. Not only that, and with everything that happened in terms of everything prior, I just don't see us really getting anything. I don't think that this foreign policy has been very strong, and especially enough reason to support him.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to be back to relying on the economic sanctions period. But even with economic sanctions, as Marco Rubio rightly said, it takes months and sometimes even years before they really feel the bite. So.
Oh, they feel it. You can't say they don't feel it, but it is going to be incredibly hard for them to ignore.
Yeah. How do you envision this whole thing ending?
How do I envision this whole thing ending? I have no clue. I'm not smart enough to know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hopefully optimistic, but pessimistically optimistic too, or looking at it as a realist. Putin has a certain amount of charm about him, but once this started, all that charm his facade was ripped off, and we saw firsthand how brutal this guy can be. I mean, he is incredibly brutal. So maybe a regime change here. No, not by us, but from within.
Would you? So you said a regime change within Ukraine, right?
No, within Russia.
Within Russia? Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess so. Of course, I support regime change within Russia.
No, I would love to see it. Okay, that's really about all I got, Parker. I think you do a great job. I think you have a great following. I think you do make a difference. Obviously, as one person said, you didn't sway the election. Well, one person can't sway the election, but I think you're doing your part for your party, and I wish you all the best. And do the long form debate with Charlie. Love to see it.
He doesn't want to debate me, and he also won't debate Dean either. Like
I saw that Dean was like he was like grabbing the microphone and calling him out.
It's not even there. Like he texted Dean after that. Like they had his whole manager text Dean, and they agreed to a debate because of everything that was happening. Because there's like 60 million views on those videos on the different platforms.
Yeah.
So it's like he has to respond to some degree, and he just kind of waited it out after agreeing to like kind of get it off his back. And
have you tried to approach him about a long form debate?
I did it right after the Jubilee conversation. I did it, and he wasn't really into it. And then like in the long run, he agreed originally. Like I talked to them and they agreed originally. They're like, yeah, we'll do like a debate.
I'd love to see it.
And then they just completely ghosted it. And then I caught him off guard at a university.
Yeah.
And I only got to debate him for like 6-7 minutes. Again, not long
I know.
for him.
That's the one I saw.
Yeah, and that's very unfortunate. That's just bad settings. It's only because like
well, it's not
a
enough
circumstance
time
where I'd be able to debate him, and
right.
he kicks me out. So it's like he clearly
it's
doesn't want to debate
time.
Dean and I, and it's like it's not like we're random people. He should debate us,
Right, because you have a big following, and he has a big
also
following.
because of like the lore that's happened historically, like on Jubilee. That was like that video is 30 million views. You know what I mean? Like
incredible.
That's not like it's actually an incredibly viral video. So
that is incredibly viral.
Yeah.
And 6 to 7 minutes is not enough time. So a long form debate between you and him would be wonderful to watch, and listen. Let him talk, and then you talk, and right, a good back and forth. We've had a good back and forth, so something along this line, I think, would be productive.
Yeah, I could totally do that.
You may win.
I would do so with a moderator where I can't cut him off at all. Like, I seriously would do that. As long as I have long form ability to respond to every single thing that he says.
Because you have incredible ammunition with Trump. Let's face it. Let's face it. I'm not going to sit up here.
One debate that a lot of people haven't seen is my debate against Charlie and Swoobly, where we talked about politics, and they put it on the second account on Jubilee.
Oh.
There's also a debate of me against Ben Shapiro on there. I didn't get to talk to him enough, but
I like Ben.
I was really close. I feel like I could have convinced Ben on the argument I was running.
I think Charlie's probably I think he's better debater than Ben, but that's my opinion.
I think you're delusional for that one. not to be so up you on that, but like I've talked about them. I think Ben's definitely smarter than Charlie.
Maybe if I had a chance to watch him. I've seen Charlie more than I've seen Ben, so to be fair, I shouldn't probably make a judgment.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you coming up. It was good talking to you.
All right, and it was, hey, listen, keep up the great work. Try not to let these people that come up. I've never seen so many weird people come up, and it's embarrassing. As a Trump supporter, it's embarrassing to me to see that they can't make a point and that they're actually P3DOs. I mean, we saw it.
Disgusting, yeah.
And it was horrendous. I mean, a 5-year-old, like, would you ask a 5-year-old out? What? No. So anyway, you're a great guy, and keep it up.
I could run on you, but yeah, I appreciate you coming up.
And try not to kill the Trump supporters too badly.
Okay, I got you. It's impossible, I guess. Ellen, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ellen. I really appreciate it. Winfred, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20 on PayPal. Thank you so much, Winfred. I really appreciate it. Give the W's for Winfred in the comment section right now. W's for Winfred. I think maybe I'll get one more person for now. Or maybe I'll stay until the end of the hour. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, do you support Donald Trump?
I do. I'm 31 years old. Live in Washington
driving?
State. I am driving. Sorry.
You got to come on when you're
But
not
I'm
driving.
hands-free.
You got to come on when you're not driving. Yeah, even though it's hands-free, you got to come on when you're not driving. It's TikTok, TOS. Alrighty. Ooh, ow. Ow. I not sat on my arm. I moved my arm. My bone felt really weird. Let's go to the next person, everyone. Only send a guest request if you meet the set of criteria listed on the screen, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
23. I just want to say I tested positive for COVID, and you're keeping my spirits high right now. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I am. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Okay, why so?
I don't support everything he's doing. Like if you bring up like Epstein, Israel, we're probably gonna agree on that stuff. Mostly just with the economy, immigration, and all the culture war stuff that he was pushing.
Okay, let's talk about the economy first. So can you name like an economic policy of Trump's you like?
I like the reciprocal tariffs he started out with. I like the no tax on tips and the big beautiful bill. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the tariffs.
Okay, so reciprocal tariffs, they weren't actually reciprocal. The way they were calculating reciprocal tariffs was not based upon the level of tariff that they have.
Like in the very beginning?
Yeah. Like, it's not reciprocal tariffs. I mean, we're not specifically targeting it towards the industries they're targeting it towards. We're not doing the specific percentages they are doing. I mean, one of the countries he wanted to tariff didn't even have any imports, right? or exports that they're sending to our
Which
country.
one was
imports
that?
to our country. It was a island of penguins only.
Okay, well, I didn't hear about that. I'll admit that. But yeah, I mean the culture war
He wanted
stuff.
to tariff
and-
penguins.
I did not hear he wanted to tariff penguins. I'll admit that.
Yeah, it's actually really sad. I'm not even joking when I say this. Like I'm genuinely being serious. I'm not making a joke at all. Like that's literally what he did, and it's pretty unhinged.
Penguins, damn.
Yeah, like what the fuck did they do? Like what?
Fuck, man. All right, you got me with the tariffing the penguins, man. All right.
I don't
But
know.
I'd
I don't
say
know
with-
if you could agree with that one. That one's a bit diabolical.
I don't agree with tariffing penguins. I don't agree with that.
Surprising.
I think it's messed up. I think it's racist.
Okay, you're going far. You're going far. Now, like as it relates to your views on Donald Trump, do you want to talk about what economic views you agree with then? Because it seems like the reciprocal tariffs weren't actually reciprocal. Do you agree with them then, given that they weren't actually reciprocal?
Well, I agree with the fact that countries needed to pay their fair share in shipping all their goods to us, paying a tax. I agree with that.
Wait, by the way, they don't pay it. We do. American businesses that are importing the product pay it, and they pass it down to the consumer because it's an aspect of cost of production and distribution.
Well, the companies are paying it.
The American companies will pay it as long as they can, up to the level of cost of production or whatever would be the profit maximizing condition. But they often will pass it down to the consumer at disproportionate rates because it is the case that it's an aspect of their cost of production and distribution. So they only have so far and so much in terms of their wiggle room, especially with the level of profit margins different industries are running.
Okay. I hear you on that part. All right.
Okay.
So, like, why would you disagree with the tariffs? I don't understand. What's bad about that?
They increase the cost of goods for American consumers, which disproportionately
Have they,
raises
though?
tax. They disproportionately, yes, it has actually. We would see inflation at a lower rate comparative to what it is now, given it is the case that the tariffs were never implemented.
I mean, the inflation rate's pretty low right now compared to the 9% that Biden was operating in 2023.
But it's trending up.
Well, it would be trending down. It's at, I think, 2?
No, 2.7%.
Something? 2.7? Okay.
And it just went up from a few months ago at being 2.3%. So it's on a trend back up, and that's why they haven't decreased interest rates. So that's why. And the inflation you're talking about, 9% under Biden's administration, that was global inflation related to the pandemic. Had nothing to do with the Biden-Harris administration.
I mean, we're talking 2023, though, so the pandemic, 2020. I'll give you 2021.
Yeah, you understand that like supply chain issues happened all around the world because of the conditions that existed because of the pandemic. And actually, even at that time, pandemic-related conditions still existed, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was still talking about it on my stream. I literally did a stream about COVID. Like, I literally, behind me, it just said vaccines are safe and effective. That's it. I would debate conspiracy
blame
theories who
all
thinks the
Biden's
vaccines...
economic...
What's
Sorry. I said you would just blame all of Biden's economic failures on tariffs, or on COVID.
No, I mean, I disagree with some things he did economically speaking, but as it relates to most of the conditions for that, yeah, it's absolutely like COVID. Like in terms of inflation, that's definitely due to COVID and supply chain issues.
Okay.
Is that it? Or do you have anything
Well,
else to support Trump on?
I support him just basically on the common sense movement of men are men, women are women. Get rid of the pronouns. Only two genders.
Get rid of pronouns. Wait, do you have pronouns?
Yes, the he, him, she, her. We all have pronouns. I'm talking about the thousands of other ones you guys were trying to put into our dictionary against our will.
Into your dictionary? What do you mean into your dictionary without your will? What the hell? No one was mandating we put neopronouns and fucking dictionaries. No one was doing that. What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm referring to.
Liberals
The
were
fact that people
advocating
thought
to
there were
mandate
infinite-
neo-pronouns into your
That's
dictionaries.
literally what was happening. You can act like it's not happening. That's what was going on. You guys wanted.
No, it wasn't.
I mean,
Name one law. Name one law that mandated any business that makes dictionaries to put in neo-pronouns.
You're talking about dictionary. Like I'm talking about the overall, like what you guys were trying to do in our society.
What were we trying to do in our society? Like, what did
Just get rid of gender entirely and just men can play in sports.
So wait. To clarify, get rid of gender entirely. We're definitely not advocating to get rid of gender entirely while simultaneously advocating for pronouns.
All right, you're like, okay, this is so stupid.
Right,
you know what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying.
What you're saying is contradictory. Oh, you just got flagged for hate speech and hateful behaviors. L. Bye-bye. Theistic, thank you so much. I really appreciate the glowing jellyfish. Thank you. That was my second flag for the stream, everyone. That was my second flag for the stream. So it seems like I might just have to get off for tonight. I actually just might have to get off. There's really nothing else I could do. That was my second flag, so I'd have to restart anyway. And Dean's live, so I would say 60 to 70% of people would probably just end up going to Dean's stream anyway. So we're probably just going to end it for tonight, everyone. I love everyone so much. I actually don't have really a thing to join Dean on the PC here. I could try here real quick, but I don't think it works because it's not USB in the same type of way. So it's very unfortunate. There's no other way I could connect either. Yeah, that's an L. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I might join on my phone or something like that later, but thank you everyone for coming through today. I really appreciate it. I had a fun day, everyone. I will be on tomorrow later in the day. If you want to come check out my stream, I'd recommend to go check out the videos. I'm gonna post some videos on YouTube, on shorts and stuff right now. I'll go do that. I love everyone so much. Have a fantastic night, everyone. I will see everyone tomorrow night. I will see everyone tomorrow night. Bye-bye, everyone. I'll see y'all later. Go raid Dean and say Parker raid, love from Parker, everyone. Go raid Dean. Spam Parker raid, just spam love from Parker, everyone. Raid Dean and spam Parker raid, love from Parker. He's on DNC Dean, everyone. All right, I love y'all. I'll see y'all then.